What's up? What's up? It's your boy Philly D coming in with the hot takes once again. You heard?
All right, let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, I'm going to be very brief because I got stuff to do.
You got a
um,
job.
yeah, I got a job. But anyway, I'll go ahead and drop some of my work that I've been doing. Uh, that car. Um, I am doing a weekly newsletter slash recap uh, on one of my featured postings that will be coming out every week about the OKC Thunder. One will be coming out tomorrow. I am also going to be doing a free agency targeting for the Vegas Sports Daily for the Las Vegas Aces, as well as another story on Terrence Ferguson and what he means to the OKC Thunder, as well as another piece on uh, Kenneth Fareed and how his energy is going to affect the Houston Rockets going forward. But back to your regular scheduled programming. Let's go ahead and get into it. What's first on the list? Phil.
Dang, man. First of all, I almost went to sleep because you was over here just saying a bunch of words that I really don't care about. But it's shout out to all the people out there that do care about your work. Secondly, let's just start talking about these Lakers real quick. Yeah, shake your head. Let's start talking about these Lakers real quick. And the narrative that ESPN, Fox Sports 1, and the mainstream media, it's like Alex Jones, is putting out there towards, the popular Los Angeles Lakers. When I say popular, I mean like popular in LA. Because I don't even know if LeBron fans really like the Lakers right now. But, you know, if you listen to First Take and you listen to Undisputed, all you hear is them say, oh my gosh, the Lakers, they might blow it up. Luke Wall needs to get fired. This, that, whatever. They're 5-10, 5-11, depending on when you heard this podcast. They keep saying these things. And every time they say these things, they're like, it's LeBron James with LeBron James not playing, Just like in Cleveland, when LeBron James didn't play, the team imploded. The team's imploding. When LeBron James does not play, the team cannot win. But that is not the case. That is not the case whatsoever. They always say without LeBron James. But guess what? What, Phillip? Some of the games, they didn't have Rondo too. Not some of the games, most of the games, actually. Some of the games, they didn't have Kuzma. Some of the games, they didn't have JaVale McGee, their starting center. Some of the games, they have not had Lonzo Ball, who was legitimately coming into his own for the season when he turned his ankle. The narrative... Okay, so for the Lakers to be on TV as much as they are, and for the California and Los Angeles fan base to be as big as it is, just because you're in Dallas and you don't care, doesn't mean anybody else does not care. I'm just saying, the narrative that they're putting out there on ESPN is completely wrong, and it's not even it's such a 365 news cycle spin they put on it, because they don't have anything else to talk about. That it's like, oh, it's all LeBron James. It's not all LeBron James. What is that? 4 or 5 of their top 5 players have been out some point during this run when LeBron James has been injured with the groin. But they only say LeBron James. They don't say anybody else. That Lonzo, Paul George backup, starting dynamic can be easily one of the best starting backup point guard dynamics in the NBA. But throughout this whole entire 10-game streak, or 10-game run, I would say, one of them has been injured the entire time. You know what I mean? What'd it do? There are a couple teams in the West that you cannot say that you can definitively say, I would say, that they could not beat. Now, after you got past that like adjustment period of like LeBron James not being on the court for like the last like for the first like 3-4 games, the Lakers, if you watch them, were playing worlds better because they adjusted to playing how they should be playing. You know what I mean? That's why That's why they were going to the overtime games, and that's why they're like actually competing against good teams because they were kind of coming into their own. But then their starting point guard goes out with an ankle injury for 4 to 6 weeks. So in a starting point guard that was putting up good numbers, 18, 8. The game he injured himself in was like in the third quarter, or was in the second quarter, and he had 8 points, 11 assists already. If you were looking, Lonzo was already starting to do his thing, and then Lonzo and Kuzma automatically plays better when he plays with Lonzo, automatically. So, before I was so rudely interrupted by the man who was afraid of his barber, clearly, the Los Angeles Lakers, they have the ability, or they had the ability without LeBron James to at least be able to make some noise against some good teams. But that is not the narrative that is being put out there to the world by ESPN, Fox Sports 1, so on and so forth. It is not a good thing. I don't know. It's another reason why I just hate the 24-hour news cycle of sports, because they just come up with nonsense. But, LeBron James, because, like, this Lakers team is not the same Lakers team, or it's not the same kind of team that LeBron had when he was with the Cavaliers. When you look at the Cavaliers and Kyrie was the only one playing, Kyrie was the only legitimately good player they had. The only one. This Lakers team, Brandon Ingram would be good, or much better, I would say. I would say he's pretty all right now, but he would be much better on a team without LeBron James. And that is not debatable. Anybody who knows basketball knows that would be the case. Kyle Kuzma, yes, his game is one-dimensional. He's a scorer. Yes, he should be coming off the bench as the sixth man because his game's that one-dimensional. But he is good at what he does. Lonzo Ball, he is good at what he does. Finding the open man, finding teammates, pushing the ball up the court. He is good at what he does. JaVale McGee, okay. That's where I'll stop, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? Rondo, good at backup point guard. Michael Beasley's been playing like a good role player right now. And it's fun to watch because, if anybody was a fan of Michael Beasley around 2008, his one-and-done year at K-State, and, his first year as a Miami Heat, you know what Michael Beasley was, at least at one point, capable of doing. But, he's not capable of putting up numbers that he was projected to put up now. But it's still a fun thing to watch, a solid lefty go to work when he gets to the rim. And, I know James Harden's that solid lefty, but, Michael Beasley and James Harden play a completely different game. But they both lefties, though. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. But, yes, this Laker team is not like the Cavaliers team that LeBron was surrounded by. This Lakers team has actual, good individual players. The Lakers, oh my goodness, the Cavaliers, had one, and that is it. And that is why the record was like they won 0 games or whatever it was without LeBron James. It's just something different out there.